When I was Lewis Adam, I'm a student and also work part-time at office in 20. It makes me quite angry because, especially when my friends do it, because they know me, and it's, you know, what I shouldn't. I'm angry because I hate being put in a little box. But they don't. They just pretty much say, "Oh yeah, you're just lying, emo." They don't accept that I'm not what they're stereotyping me as. That you know, I may look a certain way, but I'm not the stereotypical view of what they consider an emo. Yes, but only when I tell them. Some people are actually quite surprised when I tell them that I'm bisexual. Most people just say, "Oh no, you're not bi, you're gay." You're gay. Yes, I was beaten up a couple of years ago for having long hair. It was quite badly actually. It left me with a chip in my teeth. And I ended up in A&E for 5 hours, and that was simply because of the way I looked. I'd say I simply like the way I dress. It's not because I want to look a certain way, it's just I like the clothes that I wear. When I was younger, I looked, you know, I used to wear sort of sporty clothes, and whenever I show a picture of anyone to anyone now, they say, "Oh, you're such a chav." And simply just because I grew my hair, lost a little bit of weight, and wore skinny jeans, people now define me as emo, and it's, you know, that shows it's stupid that you can be defined by the way you look. But I haven't changed as a person. I'm still, you know, the same person I was 5 years ago.
It might go a little bit something like this.
My name's Eleni Sava. I'm 26 going on 27. I'm a Greek Cypriot from Larnaca, born in England, raised in Cyprus, and I'm currently in Kingston studying film. It's a very confusing story. You'd have to be a local to understand, but I'll give you a very brief explanation.
Okay.
Because I was born here and I've got most of my family in England, I'd be classed as a BBC, a British-born Cypriot.
Ah, okay.
Otherwise known as a Charlie, okay? Yeah. Cypriots call people that were born here and who can speak English fluently Charlies.
Okay.
Okay? So, when I went back to Cyprus, and I did my schooling in Cyprus too, but I went to British school. When I'd go out and socialise, and I was around Cypriots that were born in Cyprus, they'd call me a Charlie just because of my accent. Well, there is a big difference, obviously. At the end of the day, when I'm in Cyprus, I'm at home. I'm with people who are like me.
Yeah.
You know, for example, here, if I go out somewhere or I go to a shop or I ask for something or whatever it could be, people look at me and think, well, I'm not English.
Right.
So they speak very slowly. They
Okay.
speak very slowly so that I can understand what they're saying, and then when I answer back in English,
They're shocked and surprised.
they're like, "Oh, wow, you've got your English is really good." I'm like, "Yeah, it is." Why is that a shock? Why is that a surprise? But yeah, back at home, I am who I am. I'm a Greek Cypriot. Yeah, but sometimes maybe as a joke. But it's funny. It's nothing I would take offence to.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, they're like, "Oh, are you expected to get married as soon as you reach a certain age and have lots of babies and basically breed lots of
My name is Melissa Warner, I'm 18, I go to college for fashion and I work in Argos. So I don't class myself as a chav, but people class me as a chav because of the way I dress. I think it's wrong because not everyone's like that, because I'm classed as a chav but I wouldn't go around and start trouble or anything. No, it has made things worse because it's like, it's showing people that like people do things bad and everything, but not everyone's like that. It's to the extreme, and I do like go around and like, I don't know, it's just, and you just look at me and think, what are you doing, mate? Well, I think that's still stupid really, because either way you've got to just get on with it. Like, I'd never blame it on that because that happened when I was 10 and I started drinking when I was like 14, 13. So that really had nothing to do with it. It's just because when you're hanging about with all your mates and then you see older people drink and you want to be like them, so you just do it then. Sort of like always drinking, like don't really have any good jobs, all got babies at like 14, 15. So it's a big thing for me to be able to go to uni and say that like I'm doing it and everything. Just if they knew me properly, then they wouldn't think that at all. Like some people do take the chav to a bit of extreme, like going around fighting with everyone and that. It's just wrong, and that's like because I'm like get called a chav, that's what people think I'm like, but I'm not at all.
Hey, I'm Joel, I'm 24 and I work for Chrome. Have I ever been stereotyped? Probably, but not directly to my face, but I guess people do treat you a certain way. Well, I think it's annoying that people pigeonhole people in a certain way, and I think in the media particularly they choose certain people who play up to a certain stereotype or cast someone that's actually a certain way. With regards to gay people, I think they always pick people who are flamboyant, who are camp, which isn't necessarily true of every gay person. So, I don't think they mean to, but they do. As soon as you tell someone that you're gay, I guess people put up a guard, especially guys, and sometimes girls as well. So, I guess, yeah, people do. Well, you just want to be treated as who you are. You don't want someone to act differently towards you just because you're gay or you're straight or whatever. So, do you know what? I couldn't name you one. I could name you all the others, but I couldn't name you a person who kind of breaks the stereotype of a gay person. I think generally they're not perceived to be particularly entertaining, are they? Well, it doesn't matter if someone's gay or not, so I don't think that someone has to openly come out and say they're gay. So there probably are people who kind of break that mould, but they're not kind of in a position where they're willing to kind of come out about it, which is fair enough. Well, everyone's got their opinion. Most of the time people keep it to themselves, and that's fair enough.
You know, it's unfair for people to put you in a little box and that you get judged by what you wear because it's the easiest thing to do, and you don't really think about who the person is and what they're doing, and it makes you feel really small.
Are you recording? I heard the little button.
Settle down with, the villager next door who's got a whole field of potatoes and carrots and eat lots of meat.
You see people, like, especially like, for instance, chavs and that, like taking the piss out of. Oh, sorry, my laptop.
Old people.
Smelly.